Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm Trenny, this is C. Today in front of us, we have been going through the 291 lineup. You'll notice these two have silver writing, right? These two have gold writing.
Oh.
Very different.
Extremely different.
There's multiple differences, okay? But the one we're going to pull out today is this bad boy.
Gold writing means single barrel.
So single barrel, barrel proof. So it's got those two things right off the bat.
Very cool.
Colorado bourbon whiskey finished with aspenwood staves. That's kind of like their signature right now. And it's 62.5% alcohol.
Bunch of words.
There's a bunch of words down there. This is bottle 19 out of 50. So very small batch. So it's barrel proof, single barrel, and small batch. And it's one, look at all those awards it's won. However, I will say, it won them in 2018. So
okay, here we are, it's 2022.
So you never know, right? Doesn't really say too much on the back, but right. I'm gonna show you up front here. We've shown you already. It's got this kind of cool thing,
cork thing,
champagne cork thing,
so that the cork doesn't go flying off.
Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, let's grab.
Look at that dark, like super dark color too. It's a bourbon whiskey. It's got to be natural color. Okay, this one's kind of molasses, tart, and tangy is like the first note I get off of it.
62.5% alcohol. Here we go.
Yeah, it's like a rich molassesy tart and tangy to me.
Yeah, this is significantly different than the other ones.
Than the regular bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and I gotta say, at 62.5% alcohol,
do you know
that's not?
But do you know what it kind of reminds me of? Indian whiskey.
What, sorry?
Indian whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got that molassesy kind of.
It's got that like molasses.
It's almost kind of like rummy, molassesy, sugarcane kind of thing.
Do you agree though?
I can see that. Yeah, but it still has, so far, what we've noticed is that tea kind of note. Like
this one's a little bit more on that like raisin leathery kind of level.
Yeah, interesting. So I mean, so far this is the third one we've tried. They've all been pretty significantly different, I would say. Which
this one has like
is kind of sometimes hard to do in a small style distillery.
Yeah. This is like heavy, kind of like ripe fruit richness. In this one.
Yeah, there's some decent vanillas in there too, like you kind of get from classic bourbon style. Again, it's not burning any nose hairs out.
Yeah, for 62 point, whatever it is.
0.5, I think.
It's softer.
It's got kind of a pleasant nose, really. Okay, let's flavor it up.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. So it is really big and hot at front.
Front kicks you right in the face.
But I would say the sweetness also kind of balances it out. Like there is a nice sweetness to it. It actually kind of has some like hickory kind of vanilla things going on.
Yeah, it's like
maybe not a combo you would normally.
Tangy, oak, hickory, vanilla, peppery, lemony tartness.
There's quite a lot going on. I think
there's tons going on.
And we should discuss this. Like, it's not always a good thing to have cask strength single barrel at a really young age. You know, I mean, I don't know how old this is because it doesn't say, but presumably relatively young because it has that kind of oaky zang to it.
New oak zing,
So, but surprisingly sweet and pretty nice so far.
But again, it brings you back to that like herbal tea kind of place.
Quite drying on the palate, this one. Like that percentage of alcohol definitely it evaporates. You can kind of feel the alcohol evaporate and leaving the distillate on your tongue.
What I would say is like this is the untraditionalists type bourbon whiskey. Like like the traditionalists are looking for that like that nutty, you know, like that walnut, like maple sweetness almost.
Yeah.
Maybe not maple, but like that walnut, like cinnamon sweetness.
And
almost.
the traditionalists want something semi-crushable.
Yeah,
right?
And this is like, these are more of like exploratory, like spend some time and really like get into them because they are different and interesting. Like they're just not your grandfather's bourbon.
For sure, exactly. And I think it's interesting to see all these awards on them because it shows the
direction,
the scope and
like,
the direction of where the whiskey world is going.
Yeah,
because you know, like even for us, we're experienced, but we're growing into.
We're fumbling our way through the whiskey world.
Well, exactly. But like we have enough experience that we know what we like and what we maybe come to expect. And maybe that's one of the things that's winning the awards is like sometimes when it's hard to pinpoint what you can understand about a whiskey, you just kind of go, well, this is different.
And that is exciting when something doesn't fit into like the preconceived categories.
Right. Yeah.
Like
exactly.
something that's new and different and like it's doing something exciting and fun and like I think that's where we're at. Like,
totally. And again, Colorado as a state is having a pretty big boom in
it's a whiskey boom there.
In craft distilled style whiskeys, getting away from, I think we really get into the idea that everything's Kentucky style, Tennessee style whiskey, bourbon,
maybe that's
or whatever.
what it is.
And then this is like it's maybe it's its own.
It's new age.
It's its own whiskey scene.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you for joining us. We're Training C. Click like, subscribe, comment on our videos, check out our TikTok and Instagram. We are all over the place.
Cheersy.
Cheers.
Tranny and C.